Hello everyone and welcome back to another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is Friedrich 2 with the Allies going up against TF-1377 as Japan. February 25, 1943. Let's see what... Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to hit a destroyer, but, you know, the hope is always there, I guess, even if it's small. See, he's just doing Type 95. Now, do these depth charges... I know the Type 2, I believe, or whatever it's called. The Type 2 can go lower, but do they upgrade the regular? Because I'm in deep water, and he still reached us. All right, he's still doing this night bombing thing. Um, and as usual, I don't care to watch all that because there's not much real air to air happening in the. Okay, for some reason I thought he was going to torpedo me, and I have a terrible luck with my ASW eating torpedoes. All right, we should get out of here, even if this bombardment knocks us into combat mode, out of our move mode. We should still get out of there because we're so far along getting out of that hex. I think we're like at 45 miles, something like that. Now I know as you're watching this, hey, we do some damage, even if it's just a little tiny bit. I know those of you watching are looking at this and thinking, why does he have a little AM, which just really is set up to only really protect itself in its limited way? The reason I have these guys patrolling is to increase the spotting, increase the what's the word? The nuisance to his subs, increase the threat to his subs, so that hopefully he takes a hint and leaves, even if these aren't the best. So that's why I got him up. Just numbers. It's like just numbers. Having so many ASW ships that we're covering all the bases, and there's some more destroyed squads, unfortunately. Well, yeah, between the ships bombarding, the troops bombarding, and the planes bombing, we may have a pretty good chance to keep him disrupted and fatigued. Maybe, maybe tomorrow we can attack and actually take Leh. That'd be nice. That's a pretty nice base, by the way. Leh is. Okay, it looks like there might be something over there by Calcutta. Oh, wow. He has no fighters here. Maybe we wrecked his. Maybe we did the same thing to him he did to us, and we damaged his fighter group so much he couldn't cap it for the time being. So that'll give us a chance to do some serious damage to his ground troops. Of course, I didn't look at the weather. With those sweeps, I could have looked at the weather to see what I could expect, but I don't. Yeah, those Tojos he had over Pegu are are definitely elite pilots, and you can't mess around with them. Heavy cloud. Oh well. Well, we're able to do. I mean, it's still a clear hex. We're able to do some significant damage. Now it makes me wish I had done my dive bombers, but you know, even though the dive bombers, you imagine they'd have pretty good accuracy, and do damage clear or even jungle hexes, they really don't do as well as you might think. Okay, 2 non-combat and 1 vehicle lost, as well as some more damage to the rest of to a few more elements. Yeah, this is thunderstorm weather, but here we're just suppressing the base. I don't need to have high numbers. I mean, I'm not stressed about it if the numbers are average. Light cloud, and with all these bombers, 64 bombers, and we get this? Wow. I know it's jungle, but that's that's nuts. Okay, so he has roofs, which I have no idea what. I mean, I don't know how they are, against our bombers when we're seeing that they're not that great. Um, but that's all he's got here. Hey, we took some damage. I think it said, I can't remember the number it said of these roofs. Was it 9? Anyway, he starts with 3. Um, oh, wow. You actually got a critical hit. Okay. This could go on a while, but we have 8 and 15. Let's see how we do. Okay, all 23 get in there. We do damage his float planes. So now that we're closer and we can really get into this remote base, see, if you notice, he's been shuffling his aircraft back further and further away from our heavy bombing. Now that we can hit in Enewetak, he's probably going to have to move. Well, I say probably. I can imagine he'll move back, maybe Ponape, maybe even further. And this is heavy cloud, so we're not gonna. Yeah, we take some more damage. It's unfortunate. Even if they're like hitting a few. Oh, we actually shot one down. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that information, but knowing my opponent, he probably will withdraw those aircraft, but who knows? He could surprise me. Maybe he'll bring more fighters in. I don't know. But by the way, if he does bring more fighters in, it won't affect me that much because I actually don't plan to bomb it again for a while. I may even let my bombers relax and recover because we got a lot of. I mean, maybe one aircraft that got shot up, but it could also be several individual aircraft that did, and I don't really want to. Okay, look at that sweep. Okay, that's interesting. Hmm. We had a Catalina 1 get damaged by a Japanese sub's flak. That's interesting. Yeah, we should be out of that hex next turn. Now he can recon us and still bomb us and whatnot, but he'll have to chase us down now that we're out of that hex. And maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. Oh yeah. Paramushiro Jima. Couple port hits. There again, we're just taking advantage that he can't have fighters everywhere. Plus, he technically can't have fighters there be because the airfield is 0. But he could do long range cap, but that would also overextend his fighter groups. Here, this is the attack I kept wondering why he was putting it off. I think they're gonna fold, but I thought so a long time ago too. Let's carry on. But hey, here's the thing. The cool thing about this is when they do fold, they will start the timer to come back at chunking, which means we'll get reinforcements somewhere else, only in greater numbers than they are currently. So that's good. All right. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Um, we lost only double the numbers, but we significantly worse in actual results. Okay, Wu Chunk. I'm surprised he's doing this because to me it feels like waste of supplies, but maybe his goal is to force us to use up our supplies. Which technically, if you think about it, that's working as well. Now we're bombarding again. Look at this, 19. Not sure why that number is so low. But I think we're going to pull off an attack tomorrow. I mean, um, yeah, when we wrap this up, one of the things we'll set up as an attack here, deliberate attack. So yeah. Now, yeah, I think bombarding here is useful to force him to use up supplies as well, and that's one of my goals. All right, this was better than yesterday's bombardment. Yeah, there wasn't much to talk about here, but I thought I'd show it anyway, just because we shot up apparently a couple of roofs with our B-24s, and he lost one to ops, and then he also lost a Mavis to ops. And we similarly lost 4 aircraft, two transport aircraft, which I always hate to lose. And then we also lost a Catalina and a Lightning. That's all unfortunate, of course, and never unfortunate when he loses aircraft, just only when we do. 2 wounded, 1 killed pilot. And I don't think we had any ship issues last turn. But anyway, let's jump into the 26th. Okay, it's February 26, 1943. Let's see how today goes. We are attacking at Leh. See how that plays out. This unloading is just supplies. There's no more troops unloading at Leh. Well, unlike what we're doing at Mili, we're still unloading there. All right, let's knock this out. Should be okay. Good. Also, another thing. Let's look. He's flying extended range, by the way. I'm not sure how far back, but yeah. So he's carrying two 250 kilogram bombs. And unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of ops losses either with these night bombings. Oh well. Now I do have bombardment because we're attacking, so let's get through that. All right. We're unfortunately we're beating up the base that we're going to be taking, but it's just part of the process. Maybe it's ill-advised to bombard here, but I'm doing it anyway because if we can't take it, we're certainly softening them up, and we'll limit our losses by doing that. And then maybe he'll repair it a little bit for us while we repair our devices, and then we'll go again in a few days, maybe without the bombardment. We'll just see how today goes. I mean, who knows? I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Nice. Okay, so this is why Sailfish is out here to and I may have other subs that I can't think of any right now, but it's to sync this stuff that's going around up back and forth here. Looks like this is carrying something, so let's see if we can sync this. Oh, oh, halibut. Look at that. There's a couple of convoys coming. Oh, we missed it. Oh, we got it the second time. Was that the same one? And it's carrying troops too. Okay, maybe we'll sink this one again, carrying troops. Although maybe it may or may not be with another. Um, anyway, I don't know. We got one torpedo, and the other one we may not sink that one. If not, then he's gonna salvage those troops and rebuild whatever. I'm guessing it was two transports. One got hit and slowed down. One kept going, and when it kept going, it's gonna unload its troops and rebuild whatever they lost at sea. All right, what are we gonna do here, right? Just wow, that's pretty good flak there. Oh wow, that's a devastating bombing. Ooh, have to check that. Whoa, that's another devastating one. Well, the clear sky isn't helping me. Knocking out some of his guns here. This is the 8th Division and some miscellaneous other units. Pardon me. And you'll know, and you've already noted, I'm sure, no cap here. So we're free to, beat him up. I may switch targets here. I'm thinking about this, okay? The Australian Ninth Division is still marching slowly this way. Wow. And I'm not willing to attack Pegu without it. But I'm kind of thinking out loud here that maybe if I can bomb like something, another target, maybe an airbase somewhere. Um, pardon me. All right, so let's get through all this. Severe storms, but we're still hitting this base pretty hard. So we could hit an airfield, any of these, maybe even Tungu, just to beat up his supplies. But that would allow my fighters to rest a little bit. I wouldn't need as many to sweep, and I would still probably sweep with something. And then that way, also, if he starts capping Pegu again, then he'll wear his fighters out again, and we can go in with some epic sweeps to knock him down a bit. I don't know, just a thought. Wow, I'm really glad he didn't have afternoon cap. If he'd have had a cap and we swept it, and then in the afternoon our F4 F4s may have swept it again, but we do get a lot of disabled here. This is also 8th Division. Anything else? Yeah, several things targeted. I think with all the air power we have, bringing in the 9th Division with all those tanks also, I think we should be able to capture Pegu. That should do it. It may be carrying resources, it may be supplies, I don't know. It's kind of moot. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever it was. It exists no longer. Okay. This should fall now. Let's go. Oh, man. Well, one thing good about this, oh, his supply is low. Look at that. Whoa. His fatigue and his supply. All right. All right. So I think, okay, this is a good sign, right? This shows that, like, he's having supply issues, at least up in this area. That's good to know. Maybe some of these other units that are on this track are running low on supplies too. That also means we should be able to beat him up to Q1, but no guarantees there. But certainly by holding out in this pocket, it's going to be a while before he brings reinforcements up this road. Okay, well, nice. And again, once, look, that's 4 cores that'll be coming back fully, fully, with the 3rd complement for free. So. Now, I'm not sure. Seems like he'd want to do a deliberate attack there just to probe my units. Okay, we do have a combat engineer battalion here, and of course whatever comes with the infantry division. So maybe we'll knock down his forts if not take it. Let's kind of knock that. Let's push forward here. We also have some tanks involved here. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. However, we have to repair whatever we just blew up. Now, not everyone retreated, okay? So that's going to be an issue, but should be able to secure it soon enough. But look at all these destroyed devices. That'll help with points. And then it should, what I'm going to do is send a small detachment to take this hex northwest of Finchhofen, and then we can just go east and secure, finish like occupying this northeast section of New Guinea. Then we can just kind of do base hopping all the way up to Hollandia. But that's another day. This is good news, and this will be a great air base. Better reach for our naval attack. So yeah, this is going to be huge for us. Okay, so I'm excited that worked out well for us. The fort level was 4. We didn't even need to knock it down. We just pushed them out altogether. So good. Oh, wow, I just noticed something. He's down to about 600 some odd. I think it said 600. He might have moved a whole division out of there. I cannot attack it right now. What I could do is bomb. Okay, let's see what he has here. Seemingly the same. I'll have to double check. Maybe I misread. Maybe he has 900 still, and I just misread that. All right. Okay. The last unit ran away also. Okay, Muroc, Airfield 5. Nice. I mean, technically I can put heavy bombers there now. Nice. All right, I just wanted to point this out. The halibut was spotted by the enemy, but they still were able to get some shots off at a cargo ship, so that was good. I'm moving the Australian core, although it's kind of a I guess I'll move it to. I was gonna drop it off at Salamaua, but now I'll just take it straight to Leh. Let's see. And we got some ships back from repairs. Okay. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm leaning toward resting my fighters and bombing maybe like Tungu or something. But we're gonna look at that too here in a second. All right. Okay, we're okay. Couple of cargo ships. reported to have been sunk, and those are cargo ships that we didn't even hit this turn, if I'm looking at the name correctly. But Maryland is ready to go. We got some isolated. This is just those troops that are holding out in China, northern China. Okay, Sapporo. Yeah, okay. I guess nothing. Oh, we got an aircraft cruiser and this squadron. I'm not sure what that's going to be, so that'll be nice. I mean, that's aircraft are always good. We got some convoy supplies, etc., there in Cape Town. Okay, I think that's kind of good enough. We can take a look at this for a second. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I misread. I thought that said 600 something, so I thought maybe he moved a whole division off, but everybody's still here. I'm certainly not going to be attacking at 1,000 to 900. Okay, I mean, that's kind of absurd, right? So, I was going to kind of move down the map, which I am, but here I do want to look at this real quick first. Look at this. Ops loss is 9. And he lost only 1 to flag, and that's it. So, not really good odds for air losses for the day, but let's take a look. So, he lost the Sally there bombing in China, and we lost like a smattering of units covering a lot of different squadrons. Oh man, I mean that'll add up. But here's the thing: we still have the. I mean, we barely passed him in ops losses recently, and it's because we're flying like almost double the sorties. That doesn't help. Did we lose any of our pilots? 3 killed. Man, well, 1/3. I mean, it is what it is, right? Okay. So supposedly sank 2 cargo ships. I don't think. Where am I? Okay. I don't think we sank the second one we spotted here. We certainly hit it, and it's probably going to be going slow, whatever. But and I don't know where he's going. Is he going to Saipan? Is he coming out this way? I don't know. But anyway, we took a bite out of whatever troops he had too. I am not getting good luck with the recon here. So I'm just going to plan for it, drop my division. I'm probably going to stop reconning it because I think I'm giving it away. I'll start reconning Ponape or something like that. In fact, let me change that right now. I think it's B. Nope. A. C. 3rd time's the charm. Yeah. So, and that barely reaches. All right. So that's what we'll do, and we'll just aim to go here with our. I don't know. I'm kind of rolling the dice here, but worst case scenario, we just land. I doubt he has a whole division here. We just land and do a long attrition fight. All right. So yeah, we're still unloading here at Millie. We have like a lot of stuff still on these ships. Probably just equipment, bigger equipment, heavier equipment stuff. Look at all this interlaced subs from both sides. We've got some ASW. I'm going to patrol up here northwest of Millie just to keep subs, push subs back away from us. And here in the, let's see. Oh, one thing I didn't really look at very well is what we did sink here. This was the one. Um, this was the one that had troops on it, and it's a pretty decent cargo ship here. And then this one, I don't know. It seems like something we hit a long time ago, but it's saying sunk date February 26. Definitely a smaller boat, and it can only go, 10. It's a slower and smaller, but it still has pretty good endurance. That's pretty good for a smaller cargo ship. But this is a little bit less, but it can carry a lot more. But also it goes a bit faster. Anyway, that's just a side note. Okay, back to the map here. So we've taken Leh, and we have to clean up our own mess. But we've got already a lot of engineers that we've brought in to that end. Now, the port capacity he left us with is 2. And we'll go ahead and upgrade both of these. The port capacity, I don't know how long it'll take to get to 3, but then all the efforts can go into airfield. I'm okay with that, even if it takes a little bit of time, because we've got air bases close by here at Salamaua. Well, although this is just level 1, so our aircraft really can't do any offensive operations. But if you can see here, it looks like we're about to bump it up to a level 2 airfield, in which case we can start doing sweeps, even bombing runs from it. Well, I may stash some, whatever we got here for, like the SBD-3 Dauntlesses, and as soon as it's level 2, and they can reach up here and start harassing Manus. These guys should be here. Yeah, I think they'll be here today, and then they're going to retire here in less than a year. So we'll just have them here. Basically, I probably just leave them here till they leave the theater and go on their way. And to revisit conversation about these bases here, again, they are in the works. We've got plans for them. And ships are moving to position as we speak. But I think I know I promised it would be coming up here probably. I think I mentioned late February, early March, but it might be mid-March before we attack these 2 bases. But it should be almost simultaneous as well. Plus, we have another battleship that just got repaired here. We may have to take our battleship group down here and pick it up. I mean, we don't have to, but it'd be nice to have some escort. So let's go ahead and do that now. Just go to Luganville and pause there. In fact, probably when we get there, we can just refuel it. Full refuel. But yeah, I've got another battleship that can hammer some. I think we just upgraded. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Some better anti-aircraft fire, I think. All right, and it'll be a while before we're due some more upgrades. But yeah, we can have a couple battleships. We can start bombarding these bases. Now, the troops, okay, this one's going to be a bit more of a challenge. I could bypass Shortlands altogether, but I do have some units earmarked for it. So I'll probably hit it. Why not? It'll be like a Guadalcanal. We'll have an epic fight. It is jungle. This is jungle rough. So this one's going to be a lot tougher nut to crack. However, he has 1/5 of the troops there. Let's get that on there. Plus he has tanks here, so that's okay. We've got air superiority. We'll just and we're going to be able to bombard it. So we'll assault probably a similar timeline, but this will fall first. We can push some air power forward. Maybe take this before we even build this base up. But once we get this base up and running, project air, and especially once we get Shortlands with the level 7 air capacity that we'll have it maxed out, and we'll have a new base to basically launch from with a port capacity total of 6. So the South Pacific HQ could probably advance up to here. We can probably get some, shift our air HQs up into these areas too. Some of these air capacities up here are pretty good. Oh wow, look at that! So we could take Torrequina, and Buca, and get some air assets there. Level 8. Yeah. All right. So definitely some enticing targets I'm seeing. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Lay's just captured. What I'm going to do is I'm going to designate something. I don't know. Maybe one of these battalions. That'll take forever, though. That's the only problem. Looks like we captured this base as well, NASDAB. That's what we do. Go up this road and then cross and take that Sidor. Wow, that's going to take forever to go from here to here. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to push up something small. I think the tanks will take forever. But nothing else really can do the job for that matter. So ideally, I think I just get one of these battalions and just say, hoof it, man, hoof it. So I'm tempted to put it on a ship and get up there. Here's what I'll do. I'll put this by foot and target that. And this Sparrow I'll take on boat, right? And then we'll pick it up. So whoever gets there first, great. So Gull is going to just start marching. But Sparrow will have some transports, pick them up, bring them to Lay, and then they'll march from there. And we'll just see whichever one gets there first. Once we take this base here, he'll be stuck with like 10,000 troops. And meanwhile, once I get into position to once I get into NASDAB and I'm crossing, I might start marching from Ley to Finchhofen and go from there. Okay, now Morocco just got upgraded. And I do have, I was going to say I have aviation support, but not very much. I need to bring some more into Morocco. And I can, just like Darwin, I can use this space to launch heavy bomber strikes out. Of course, Darwin is a more enticing option to bomb from, simply because it's a bigger base with more aviation support, plus it can reach some of these bases to the west here. However, Morocco is enticing because we can hit Hollandia and parts east, as well as, for example, if we ever want to bomb Manokwari, look, that's only 15 hexes away. Sorong. So these are of course, Darwin might not be too far from Sorong. Yeah, it's about identical. So really, once we start going Sorong west, it's probably just as well to base at Darwin. But this gives us options. I always like options. I just need aviation support to make it possible. All right. Moving up to Burma, again, okay, so there's no damage to this base. That's fine. He's not flying fighters in there, I don't think. There's, man, my mouse is very touch sensitive. There is damage here and here, which means he's not building forth anytime soon. He's shuffling troops west. I don't know if his goal is to blast through this block, or if his objective is to go up to Bassine. But I think I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to hit this base right here. I'm going to let my fighters take a break. I don't know how tired they are. Maybe they're not very. But that gives me a chance to, let's say, fill the ranks, the fighter, fill out the squadrons and everything. And like I say, give my poor pilots some rest. Maybe I don't know. Just thinking about my options here. But considering he's moving, it does feel enticing to hit these before they cross into Rangoon. So he didn't even have a division here. I could have hit that. Well, maybe as a tank division. Look at all those AFVs, or a couple of tank regiments or something. But anyway, so this is in flux, of course, and who knows? I don't even know what I want to do yet, but yeah, we got the 9th Australian Division on the move. We've got a long march still ahead of us. Right now, they're just heading up the road to here, I think, and then we'll cut down basically straight southeast till we get here. And once we get here, we can attack Pegu. Now, what he has here is too much for us to take now, but I don't think that's going to be the case when we get Australian 9th, and it really depends on what he still has there left. I mean, if he moves one division off, I think it'll be worth trying to attack that. It's clear terrain, and we'll be able to bomb his troops to smithereens. So we'll see. In the east, he can't bombard us anymore unless he comes to Wenchao, which he hasn't in a while. All right, where was I? So I was rudely interrupted by my battery dying because it's used to last a couple hours, well, at least an hour, and this one's, kind of, right now it's getting maybe a little old for its own useful. Anyway, running out of usefulness. Okay, so I was talking about bombardment. What I meant by that, by the way, is, of course, it's not obvious. I was talking about shore bombardment. So he was bombarding us before we got out of there. We did get out of there. However, of course, some of these guys still are getting ground bombed by aircraft, so they're getting out of their move modes. All right, but yeah, having some issues holding. This should be hard to bomb us here, but this was one of the areas he was successful. Anyway, so there's really nothing to talk about, right? It's just kind of status quo right now. I am still pulling back to new positions. This is just holding this crossroad just to be kind of annoying. I don't know if that's going to work, though. He may ignore us. He may hit us. It's not that strong. One division might even knock me out of it, but certainly a couple of divisions with intent will push it out. Anyway, so it is what it is. Wow, we pulled all the resources from Chusien into Wenchao. Look at that. Okay, nice. Yeah, why not? Right? So if he takes it back again, he'll have to rebuild the quantity he had. We'll use it here, that's for sure. Now, this has heavy industry, which may not get as used with not very much. I mean, we do have some fuel, though, so we'll be able to make some stuff here. All right, moving on. The point is, there's not much to talk about. These guys are still holding out. That is good for us because we're about to get troops on this road, and basically we're going to run up this road to bases up here where we can kind of hold. I may probe here, I may not. Make the first move. Plus, if I probe here, he'll know what we have, and I don't necessarily want to give that away. Um, but yeah, so I mean, it's not much to talk about here. Really, there's nothing to talk about. So I'll end it here, and we'll come back and talk about the 27th next time. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.